there he is right there, 27 yards away.
I want to thank you guys for all the incredible support in yesterday's video. It really meant a lot to me, and it was not easy trying to get close to these giant muley bucks, especially to take one down with the recurve. But before we head out today, what I want to do is head over to the target range and make sure we get this thing sighted in exactly where we want it to be. Alright, here we are at the target range. Now, we took a shot at a giant muley yesterday. We snuck up to 25 yards away, and we hit him a little bit lower than I would have liked. So we're going to try and figure out why that happened. Okay, so it looks like, how far is that? That's about 12 yards away, and we're pretty much dead on right there. It's actually about 15 yards away. Okay, so the tip of the broadhead is exactly where we want to hold it for roughly 15 to 20 yards, and you'll be right on. I totally get that. But now let's try for a 25-yard shot here. So we're getting quite a bit of drop. Basically, what I think we need to do is use... Okay, yeah, I get it. We need to use the tip of the broadhead and hold it basically right on the animal's spine. And that will be right on the money. Alright, now that we know exactly where we should be holding with the recurve bow, let's head out to Layton Lakes and see if we can't find ourselves some giant whitetail bucks. I just caught eyes on an absolute giant whitetail buck. That's actually a dime potential whitetail, 230 to 275 on the estimate on that thing. Now we just got a call from another deer, which means they're probably going to be bedding somewhere over there at about 150 yards out from us. Okay, so the problem is we have this doe that keeps on following us here, and we're gonna have to take her down quick because she's gonna blow our cover, and we cannot have that happening. Okay, so that's a perfect hard shot. She is down. Our buck should be right down there, maybe like 90, 95 yards out from us. He should be bedded over there. I don't know exactly where, but okay, where's our doe? Okay, so here's our doe. Ended up getting a double lung shot at 30 yards out on her. But our buck should be down here. Like I said though, I don't know where he's gonna go. Okay, I definitely just spotted something right here. But now I can't see it. I think it's like right back there. Right there, right there, right there. That's our buck, that's our buck. Oh my god, he's 50 yards in front of us. He's right there. Okay. We're gonna go prone, and we're gonna try and get as close to him as we can. Luckily enough for us, there's some brush right between us and him, where we can tuck in. We should be about like 30 yards out. Actually, maybe even closer. We might get to about 20 yards out. If we can get to 20 yards, we know we're pretty accurate. Okay, so it just started to rain, but this rain actually might be good. It could cover some of our scent and make it a little bit quieter for us as we're sneaking up on this huge whitetail buck. Okay, so we got a buck bedded right there. That's actually not our buck, but that is our giant whitetail buck. He's 30 yards away. We got to get a little bit closer to him. If we can get 10 yards closer, we could definitely take the shot. Okay, guys, there he is. He's 21 yards away. 21 yards away. Right there. Take a look at that giant buck. He's in a bit of brush, but look at the size of the rack on that thing. Holy. I honestly think we might take this shot because he's only 20 yards away, and I know pretty much right where to hold for 20 yards. We should be able to thread the needle right through here and take the shot, guys. Oh my god, we smoked him. We definitely just smoked that buck, and man, is he a giant. Holy. We had pretty much the exact same thing happen yesterday on that giant muley, except for this time, he was about 5 yards closer, and so I knew exactly where to hold. That is definitely a vital hit, and it is a giant whitetail buck down. We took him quartering away as he was bedded about 20 yards away. We're gonna see if we can't track him down and find this massive whitetail buck. And I already lost blood. Not looking too good so far. Alright, we got more blood here. And there he lays! Oh my god, he only went like 25 yards. It piled up right here. What an awesome shot. Take a look at that quartering shot we took. Yesterday we held a little bit lower, but today, like I said, we got a little bit closer, so we were able to hold kind of the exact same spot, but we hit a little bit higher. And take a look at the size of this giant whitetail buck. Oh my god, this rack is just incredible. Wow. Now he's a level 2, but they really don't get that much bigger as a level 2. I can tell you that right now. So we'll take an incredible picture of this massive whitetail buck. And let's pick him up. That's going to be a giant 235 gold whitetail buck. We ended up taking a 22-yard quartering away right lung shot. And man, we tucked it in there right on the money. What an incredible shot as he was bedded at 22 yards. And I think that's going to be our biggest whitetail ever with the Recurve bow. I am so happy with that buck right there. Ended up with, he's not very wide. He only has a tip-to-tip spread of 15 inside, but an overall spread of 30 inches. Ended up being a 14-point giant 235 whitetail. And we took him, like I said, as he was bedded at 22 yards away. Whew, look at that shot. I am so glad we practiced a lot today and we know exactly where to hold on a giant buck like that. And looks like something else is about to come past us here. Oh, we just smoked. That was the other buck that we saw. That was the other buck that we saw. Now, I don't even have the tracks on, so why is it showing this track here? But anyways, that's not what's important. What's important is that's a double lunk heart shot and a 149 whitetail buck at 6 yards away. Not bad. Man, as we were coming over here, sneaking up on that buck, we actually had a coyote walk past like 5 yards away from us. Right after we took down that doe. We ended up having to pass him up because I didn't want to spook our monster buck. Okay, so let's show you where we got that giant whitetail buck from. We're over here on the north end of Calburn. Right here is the Calburn outpost on the north end of the map. And why does it say undiscovered? It's definitely the Calburn outpost. But there's 3 lakes right here, right here, and right here. Now, I typically have a tent set up here, and I usually see whitetail over here. But recently, I set up a tent right here because I've seen whitetail here. Anyways, we spawned in at this tent here, and I heard a buck call behind us. So as we walked over here, I spotted a giant buck trotting this way. And we ended up taking him down as he was bedded right here at about 11 o'clock in the morning. If you look closely, about 350 yards away, you can see a really nice whitetail buck, probably like a 215 or a 220s buck, but he's about 330 yards away, and there's no way we're gonna be able to get close to him to take him down with the recurve. So what we can do is try for kind of an incredible shot. You can hardly see him, but I can see just enough to go for a heart shot, and that's probably what we're gonna do. And I want to do it on top of this tent so we can get our highest elevation possible to take this shot and make it happen. But that's him right there. You can see right through that brush. It's going to be a very difficult shot, don't get me wrong. But I feel pretty confident that we can make this happen, guys. If anything can do it, the 6.5 can definitely do it. And that sucker just bolted like he got smoked. I see him taking off there. Lost sight of him. And there was a bunch of whitetail back there. A doe there. Pretty sure our buck piled up like right here because I never saw him come out past that opening. We'll have to go over there and go find out. That's a pretty far shot though, and especially off the top of this tent with the 6.5. Well, if you look right here, that is long blood. That means we made a pretty incredible shot. And if you look over there, well, if the tent would show up, that is where the tent would be at about 330 yards away. So let's get over here now and get on this track of our big whitetail buck. Like I said, though, we got a nice vital hit right here, and he was running this way. Now, I never saw him come out through the other side, so that means we got some more blood here. That means he definitely piled up somewhere in here. And with the amount of blood, I'm thinking that we might have actually caught double lung. Okay, so I found some more blood here, but it looks like he actually cut back for some reason. Because the last blood was over there, and then I found blood here. There he is right there. Take a look at that. Oh man, what an awesome sight. What an incredible sight to see. To see that big old buck piled up here, and all you can see is a rack sticking up. That is just one memorable sight right there. Really is. That's a great buck as well. Let's take a look at him. Yeah, he's got a great rack on him. All right, well, let's find out how big he's gonna be. That's gonna be a 215 gold whitetail buck. We ended up pulling off a 348 yard shoulder blade, a left lung shot there. Man, we really didn't miss the heart by much, but we definitely smoked through that shoulder and caught the left lung at almost 350 yards. That's the thing about the 6.5. It's pretty forgiving. Like if you hit a shoulder blade, look how far it busted through. You're talking 350 yards and it penetrated almost 4 inches in. That is pretty solid and one incredible hunting rifle right there. But here's where he came from. I have a tent set up right here by Cowburn, the Cowburn Peninsula, and that whitetail was over here drinking right here at about 1300 in the afternoon. Oh, that's another really good buck. That's a huge whitetail buck, 260 yards out, but we have a perfect wind here. He's actually on the back side, so with the wind, we'll be able to sneak in pretty close. If we can get to that bush right there, we should be about like 20 yards away. Bad thing is we have to go all the way over here to get to there. Or actually, we can cross right here. Scratch that, we can cross right here.
Okay guys, there's our buck. He's only 100 yards out from us here. But pretty soon we're gonna have some really good cover. And we'll be able to tuck in this brush and get as close as we can to this monster whitetail buck. Okay guys, we gotta be super careful now because we're less than 50 yards away. But there he is right there, 27 yards away. He's actually quartering a little bit, but honestly we could probably take that shot. What I think we might do is slide over about 5 yards more to the right, and we'll have like a 23 yard shot, and we should have a pretty broadside shot. But if you look right here, there's a little bit of a brush here. We should be able to tuck underneath here, and if we have full cover, we could definitely take the shot. All right guys, there he is, 22 yards away right there. We're definitely gonna take this shot. That's him. Let's get ready.
No! We just dropped him! Who dropped him? 22 yards away with the Recurve bow, and we just dropped him right in his tracks. I would say we probably double lunged him. There's no way we hit spine, because I was holding for the center of the lung with the top of the blade, which we saw before should put us at exactly 22 yards. And our second whitetail of the hunt, well actually it's like our third or fourth whitetail, but it's our second huge whitetail of the hunt. He's got some incredible G2s on him, just incredible. Huge main beams. That is a great whitetail buck. Let's pick him up. That's gonna be a 237, and we ended up getting a left lung liver shot at 23 yards away. That right there is our biggest whitetail ever taken with the Recurve bow. I had no clue he was that big. I mean, I knew he was a giant, but I didn't think he was gonna be bigger than the last one, especially with the estimate. I think it started at 200 and went to like 260 or 270. The last one actually had an estimate of 230 plus, and he only scored like 234. This one was even bigger than that one. But an awesome shot though. Actually, I wouldn't expected a left lung and a liver shot to drop him right in his tracks there. But yeah, that's pretty much right where I wanted to hit. Kind of the center lower part of the lung there, and that's right where we got, right behind that front shoulder. Right there, as you can see, quartering at us. Pretty awesome shot and a giant whitetail. And we'll grab our arrow for a souvenir. That's going to be really cool. And I'll show you where we got this massive buck from. We're over here by the Kraken Rope Bridge, and there's like a little pocket kind of here. I have a tent set up right here, and that whitetail was over here drinking. Actually, yeah, he was drinking at about 1300 in the afternoon. A very successful deer hunting day it surely was. And here is one of our biggest whitetails we've ever taken down with the Recurve bow. That thing scored 237, and we ended up taking him down at 20 yards away and made an incredible left lung and a liver shot. That's him right there. And we also mounted our other buck. This technically was our first giant whitetail with the Recurve ever. We took him as he was bedded at 20 yards away, and he scored 234. So we ended up getting two absolute giant whitetail bucks, both of them taken down with the Recurve bow. And man, was that one heck of a hunt. But as far as recurve wise, this here is our biggest whitetail we've ever taken down, coming in at 237. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.